Everyone, thanks for joining me and tuning in to OpenDoors.la. I am your writer and host, Ethan Kinkul, and today I am joined with DJ Brown Shugga. What's going on, DJ Brown Shugga?
Not much. How are you doing, Ethan?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. So what's been going on with you? Where are you from? What can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm born and raised in Los Angeles, but I've spent a fair amount of time studying out in Santa Barbara. Recently, I just moved back, so I'm just glad to be back.
That's cool, man. That's cool to be back in the city for sure. So, what was that like in Santa Barbara? Kind of like, what were you learning? Were you kind of, were you shadowing like any EDM artists? What was that kind of like for you?
It was good. I was studying biology out there. I ended up
Okay.
in the club life, and I worked at EOS for about 2 years doing lighting and production, and also DJing as well. And I got to try my hands at the CDJs and fell in love with it.
So your name, DJ Brown Sugar. Do you have like an introduction when you walk into certain rooms, like superheroes kind of do when they walk into a room? There's like this theme song playing. Do you have like anything like that? Because if you don't, I have a suggestion. Do you know the song by RJ and Lil Wayne? It's literally called Brown Sugar.
I haven't heard that one, but I do know Brown Sugar by D'Angelo.
Okay,
Like,
okay. So that's like your go-to then. Is that kind of how you got your name? Was it based on like any previous music you were listening to, or does it have, some type of reflection of your own life? I feel like coming up with a
uh,
DJ name can be like super difficult, right? So like where does that kind of come from?
definitely. I had a few different DJ names when I first started, but I landed with Brown Sugar because my last name is Brown, and a lot of people think I'm sweet. So
Oh, ladies, y'all better watch out, yo. He's coming for you for real, bro. That's crazy. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. So you got that going. So what else are you working on? You got any new music coming out? Anything like that?
yeah, I mean, with quarantine and everything, I've had some time to work on a lot of new music. Haven't got a chance to release any. I've been honestly working on doing some fundraising with some live streams myself, and kind of displaying the talent that's in my community as well.
That's dope. That's dope. So luckily, with the quarantine, as bad as it's been, for everybody, you've kind of had a chance to like find your creative self a little bit and kind of dive into that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been all over the place with music. I started with hip hop and rap and trap, and ended up in tech house, and now I'm just a really big techno fan, and it's just like finding myself and where I really fit in has been amazing.
What do you think that is about like techno music that's kind of like pulled you in? Like, is it just like the certain sound? Is it like some type of feeling or vibe that you get? Like, what is kind of pulling you in that direction more so than your previous experience with like rap music?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just the drum grooves and being able to dance all night long is what really draws me in. And, those moments where you're on the dance floor and you're having, those crazy epiphanies and talking and chatting with your friends, it's just an amazing feeling.
hmm hmm Yeah, I totally see that. Yeah, that's one thing I love about techno music is it really creates this vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's not so much of like listening. You're listening for beats so much, but you're not so much thinking about that kind of music. You know what I mean? Like when I listen to like hip hop and rap, like I really dive in and listen to like that kind of music.
Definitely. I know,
Like let
like,
that take me.
with bass music and with performers, like a lot of people are like looking at the stage and watching that kind of thing. Usually I feel the most satisfied when I see everyone having a good time and
For
not really paying
sure.
attention.
For sure, exactly, bro. And like that's how you know you're doing a good job. You know what I mean? If you're too self-centered, just playing the music, I think you're focused on the wrong thing. You know.
Definitely.
So you got this new track coming out, like Debt Left. What was kind of like that inspiration? Where do
I
you see
just
that track
saw
going?
I saw Populate Mars. They had a remix competition, so my friend and I thought we'd try it out. We had some time back in Santa Barbara, so we just spent some time making a funky little tech house song.
That's dope, dude. So when are you thinking about dropping that? Is that something you're going to consider, or just maybe save it in your back pocket?
It might be something we save in our back pocket. I've left it up on my Instagram for anyone. It's a private link for anyone that wants to stalk me. But for the most part, we didn't win the competition.
Mm.
But it's nice to have in the arsenal.
I love that you're just out here like dropping little clues for like anybody who's like interested enough. Like you go find this, you go find this.
It's the sugar. It's the sugar.
Bro, it's the sugar, bro. Bro, it's the sugar. Literally little trails of sweetness everywhere he
You know
goes.
it.
That's dope.
You
That's
know it.
dope. Do you feel like you have any locations or places that kind of inspire you to, put that in your music? Like,
Um,
have you ever been, I guess like, do you think going to Santa Barbara has kind of given you the opportunity to create a different sound? So much more so of like living here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like living in Santa Barbara, there's a huge college scene, and I'm really inspired by the Santa Barbara mountains, and just that's really where I've loved to take my music and play what I really like to play. So that's definitely crafted and curated exactly what I like, because
I
it's not
asked,
exactly a
yeah,
party scenario type thing,
it's
house
more
party.
calming. It's like much more zen. So I feel like with that in mind, you might create some like zen house music, which is something that you don't really see too often. Is that kind of where you're headed?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm all over the place. I definitely like dabble in like organic house and
Mm.
um I don't know. I really like techno, but I'm down for down tempo, and I've started taking some songwriting classes. So now I'm thinking about singing on some of my tracks as well. So I'm just really all over the place, and I have a love for all kinds of music.
Mm. I asked that because one of my favorite, I guess, hip hop or rap artists is Nipsey Hussle. So definitely rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. But his album that came out last year, which was Victory Lap, right? That whole album kind of gives you this high quality sound. Like when you're listening to it, it's got like a really high quality. And I think that has something to do with the fact that a lot of the songs were written and recorded in a Maybach, which is like a high end quality vehicle. So like his thought process was like hanging out in this car, and listening to the different bass that he's getting, in that seat, right, of like a high quality sound from music or beats or whatever, has kind of helped him produce a high quality album. So do you feel like, there are other places other than Santa Barbara that you might have like been to or traveled to help you kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about high quality sound, I've definitely been in low quality producing scenarios. So it definitely gives me kind of a grungy mixing style for
no,
sure.
for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but for the most part, I've spent most of my time like in my apartments and in college towns in Isla Vista, just producing and spending that kind of time. But I definitely was inspired by my last trip to Australia. It was really interesting to see how the scene worked out there and the kind of music that the audience was gravitating towards rather than out here.
What was that like? I've never been to Australia. I don't know many people that have. So was there like a techno scene? Were you in some like dirty places, or was it like kind of more respected? I feel like
Yeah, I mean
Germany. I know in Germany like techno music is like really respected. It's like the like classy like violin music in Germany.
yeah, so techno wasn't that big out there.
Okay.
But that kind of gave me a better appreciation for other things like
Mm,
break beats and garage, and also just a lot of people love things you can sing along to, and I've definitely been inspired to start songwriting and singing more.
hmm. So you're also working on a project right now, right? The Nativity Project. What is that about? Where do you kind of see that going?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of this group called the Nativity Project. um, we've been hosting renegade events, and we're just hoping to finally get back to the dance floor once COVID is over, land a nice venue, and promote equality and a platform for all of us to express ourselves.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, cool. It has been a true pleasure talking to you just for the short amount of time. So thank you, DJ Brown Shugga. For more information, be sure to check out his IG at Henry So Official. I've been your host, Ethan K. Kula, and we'll see you the next one at opendoors.la. Thanks. Peace.